everyone, welcome back to Measuremix. Today I'm going to be making some fall farmhouse Dollar Tree DIYs. If you're new to my channel and like home decor and DIYs, I'd love for you to stick around by hitting the subscribe button, and don't forget to ring the bell before you leave so you get notified when I upload a new video. Alright, let's get started. For the first DIY, I'm going to be making some garland with these pumpkin ornaments you get from Dollar Tree. I had 4 left over from another pack, and then I had a full pack of 5. So I'm just going to go ahead and use all 9 of them. It was probably one too many. I didn't need it that long, but it makes it look full. So I started off by painting 3 of the pumpkins front and back with a little of the Agave Waverly chalk paint mixed with a little gray paint to lighten it up just a little bit. And then I painted 3 more with some orange chalk paint that I had lying around. And then with the last 3, I went ahead and painted that with some white. It's like a cream colored paint. It wasn't chalk paint, it was just regular paint that I had. And once they were dry, I just took some twine and I strung all 9 of the pumpkins along there. I spaced them out just kind of using my hand. I didn't make them perfect. And then after I put one on, I would tie it off so it would stay in place and wouldn't move around. And then that was it. That was all there was to it. It turned out really cute, and I love the teal and orange and white for fall this year. For the second DIY, I'm going to be using one of these wooden frames from Dollar Tree. I love the teal color it had already on the wooden frame part. I'm just going to remove the heart and the little block that comes with the heart that makes it pop out. And then I'm going to go ahead and sand the inside just so that way the paint sticks a little better. And I'm going to paint it with 2 coats of this cream colored paint that I used before in the last project. Next, I picked up these napkins from Dollar Tree. They're the 24 count beverage napkins, and I loved the design on them. I thought it was so pretty and went perfect with the frame. So I went ahead and took one and I pulled the napkins apart because there's 2 layers, and I just cut out the little square with the picture on it. And then I just took some Mod Podge, just regular old Mod Podge, and I painted the inside of the box. Then all I did was take my napkin and place it on the inside and kind of press it down a little bit, being gentle so that way the napkin wouldn't rip. And then I took a little more Mod Podge and just kind of went around the edges to make sure the edges would stay down nicely. I was going to just leave it this way and just have a nice little picture that you could display in a tiered tray or something like that. But I decided to elevate it a little bit, so I had this candle holder from Dollar Tree from a different project. So I just again took that white cream colored paint and went ahead and painted the candle holder with a couple coats of that. And then I just hot glued the picture on top of the candle holder and added this cute little raffia bow, and that was it. For the last DIY, I'm going to be using 4 of these wooden pumpkins that Dollar Tree sells. And the first thing I'm going to do is just take the stems and the raffia bows off and set those aside for later use. Then I just took a straight edge, and I wasn't super precise. I just kind of eyeballed the middle, and I just drew a line down the middle of all 4 of these. Once that was done, I got out my jigsaw and I went ahead and cut 3 of these in half. Now that the pieces are all cut, I'm going to go ahead and take the one that I didn't cut and 2 half pieces, and I'm going to hot glue that on to the back and the front of the piece that I didn't cut. And I just used hot glue for this. You could use E6000, wood glue, super glue, whatever works best for you. Hot glue worked fine for me though. And then I took the other half pieces and I just hot glued those in between the other pieces. And then I flipped it over so that way you couldn't see the holes in the top where the stems were. Then I took this outside and spray painted it with some aged gray chalk paint, and then I decided I didn't like it, so I brought it back inside and I took a little bit of that agave chalk paint by Waverly and mixed it with a little gray again, and I painted the whole pumpkin in that color. Once the pumpkin was dry, I came back with just a piece of sandpaper and I sanded the edges of each piece to give it more of a distressed and weathered look. Next, for a stem, I took all 4 of these smaller stems and I hot glued them together to make one larger stem. So I just made sure that the slanted parts were facing each other when I hot glued them together, and then I just hot glued the stem to the top of the pumpkin. Next, to cover up the unpainted parts on the stem, I took the raffia bows that were on the pumpkins before and I undid 2 of them and I tied that to the stem, and then I just hot glued the other raffia bow on top of that and cut the excess raffia. And I think this turned out so cute. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.